not WrestleMania anymore.
We're out of it. We're out of the storm. We're out of the storm. We made it. Manny, more importantly, you made it. I think you were up living that Jack Bauer life during WrestleMania season. Just nonstop.
24.
Manny was like a crackhead just roaming the streets looking for WrestleMania. That's how it was good.
Are you WrestleMania?
Yeah, you WrestleMania. I need more WrestleMania. I watch it. I gotta watch it. Just so much WrestleMania, so much Texas. I never want to hear the term Texas, Dallas, Texas ever again. Just so much.
Yeah,
Texas.
I'm over Texas. I don't want to see it anymore.
Also, the chat is going bananas with.
It's not bananas. Like the initial comments happened half an hour before the show started.
That's true.
So I don't even think he's watching us anymore, from what it sounds like.
Oh well. Anyway, I enjoyed the Luchador comment held in a cell phone match, which is hilarious.
I was thinking this should have been more the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's a prettier picture with the creepy paw scare.
But Jimmy's not standing in the right position.
I'm shocked the thumbnail isn't Roman holding both titles at the end of WrestleMania, just because all our thumbnails has been WrestleMania. You'd think that this is the WrestleMania official channel. Oh, I thought he gave me the other finger.
So Paul Heyman was very lucky his face wasn't covered up with that logo.
Why?
Huh?
He's not JC Jane. He has a partners.
You don't want the tribal chief pointing at the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
Oh shoot! You got it right. You got a point. We the ones.
And then we've got Future the guy versus Current the guy.
Yeah. Or Future the guy who they decide, you know what? I don't think he's ready to come up yet. Leave him down there. Aw, Vince.
So we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
His dream was to see these guys get 1,000 subscribers. Or at least get to 200 where we can watch The Last Dragon.
Where only 5 people will probably watch that.
Yeah, I will go watch it again and again and again with myself, you know?
You'd watch us watch The Last Dragon over and over and over.
Yeah, and have conversations with them. What?
It's like, you're funny, Marcus. Manny doesn't know what's going on anymore.
Manny don't speak jive. Yes. Marcus,
Welcome, everyone.
What is this about?
You know that's everything I'm going to say about this. It's like, this is shit. Why do you guys cover this so much? Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, who is very deprived of sleep, and he is...
Marcus, the grand finale, who is blissfully rested for the first time on a Tuesday show.
And he seems to be leaking stuff out of his titty on that black shirt, which I just saw.
What? Oh, what's this?
Other
What
side.
is this?
Other side.
What is this? Why is there a stain on this shirt? Damn it!
You're breastfeeding again. You're breastfeeding.
Yeah, it happens. Here we go.
That's gonna get freeze frame somewhere.
No! No! They're gonna use that against me in a court of law. I know it. This guy's a freak and a pervert. Check Exhibit A. No!
So I didn't take notes for this episode of Raw. It was a very long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I achieved a lot for limited amounts of sleep and craziness. Essentially we did 3 streams plus quickly do a turnaround of a WrestleMania preview video we shot on Thursday and put that out Saturday morning as well. So insane.
I didn't add it up, but I believe it's about close to 12 hours of content randomly, not including the shoots that Eric been putting out on the podcast.
The shoot, if you include the shoots, that's what, about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
about 15 minutes. You include the watch alongs, which are 12 hours if you were to watch all of them. If you were crazy enough to watch all of them,
if you're able to survive hearing our voice for all of that.
And then the WrestleMania preview, which is an extra hour, so that's about 13 hours and a bit content.
Yeah. Jesus, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I can see, Manny, I would have commend you on your effort on this. You survived it, and I don't know how I would have just walked out, as I did numerous times in the watch along.
Well, as you mentioned a few weeks ago with the on the episode where the Olsen twins featured, where you referenced what game was it? Streets of Rage, where you find bits of chicken in the street and you get revitalized. For some reason, after that, after the Stand and Deliver watch along, where I went to my friend's birthday in a pub for about 2 hours, suddenly 2-3 pints revitalized me.
So it's not ready to go to talk about some wrestling.
Then Marcus left, and then I suddenly died in the chair.
Logan Paul, the tribal chief, the Professor and Marianne on WrestleMania.
So yeah, it has been a really long week. And then right off the bat, Raw after WrestleMania was a massive letdown.
Oh, Manny, come on. You really didn't get what you wanted from this Raw after Mania. You really didn't get what you wanted. No, you didn't. I didn't. No one did.
Look, for years, they have built up Raw after WrestleMania to be this magnificent, glorious thing of like all things starting over again, people debuting, and all this. All I got was Veer. And he was coming disgustingly. The way Fightful put it, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
So let's run down the show. Let's go through. Shout out to the Lumber Chat. We'll probably cover you guys toward the end of the show for right now.
Yeah, let's move through into Raw. So Raw kicks off with Cody Rhodes giving his first promo since returning to WWE after 6 long years.
And it's botched right off the jump. It was something like this, Manny. Then they hit the music, and then he rises up because you see his head at the beginning. How do you mess that up? How do you mess up that entrance?
So the promo was basically about him coming back after like trying to escape his father for years, only to realize he wants to achieve what his father did and what his father didn't achieve, Dusty, in WWE or WWF at the time, or WWF, or I don't.
You don't know what year that photo was. That could be any time.
Yeah. He's come back and like wants to do that. It's like a lot of his media scrum stuff was talking about how he boxed himself in AEW, that he couldn't win the big one because he was technically management at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
To now he's in WWE where there's a possibility of that happening. And in all of those media scrums, he said he's the best wrestler in the world. Because he gets a reaction.
Nah. I'm sure there's other wrestlers out there that get the reaction. If we were going to the best wrestler in the world off reactions, coming out of retirement, Stone Cold Steve Austin is currently the best wrestler in the world.
He was very emotional during this, where he brought out the tears that cured racism.
Man,
and then go on.
we go over this whole Cody promo word by word, piece by piece. But the sum of the story is he's doing it for his daddy. That's why he's back. He wants to bring the WWE, WWF, www.com title back home to the Rose family because it's never been there. And he was saying basically, when he was a kid, he asked his father, "I didn't know you were champion like Hulk Hogan." And he said, and Dusty responded, "No, son, I'm less racist."
I loved the fact that when he mentioned Hulk Hogan,
boos.
The massive boos from that whole audience.
Yes. I believe Hogan is finished in this world because I don't know if there's a reaction where he's ever not going to get booed.
So Cody did an interview with Ariel Helwani on BT Sport YouTube channel, which he's interviewed Becky and Charlotte also over the last weekend. It was rather interesting.
He had a busier weekend than us. It had to be Ariel Helwani, who was interviewing everybody and their mama, and probably had to do other stuff too.
Yeah. He mentioned that there wasn't really any like guarantees he was given, other than a handshake of he will never do Stardust again. Little did he do. He backtracked on that immediately when he did the Stardust cartwheel.
Like that. And I was like, wait. You can say right away.
And then he made reference to it. Like he made reference to it, calling himself the star that left them in the dust. And then Seth Rollins essentially came out and shook his hand after telling him, "Welcome back to the big leagues, bitch," at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So after this promo, I was disappointed when he was talking about winning that title and all that. And I know they may not want to go immediately a program with him and Roman because Cody's goal is not going to succeed anytime soon in the Roman's WWE. It's not.
But we don't know what Roman's going to do. Like, so should we just go to the end?
Yeah, skip to the end because I'm going to jump to the end. I wanted Roman to immediately come out and just say, "Cody, you're not winning my title and all this. I have all the titles," or Paul Heyman or something. And then maybe they could have teased that Heyman would come out, after and be like, "Cody, you're here for Roman later." But then I guess you're setting up Roman and Cody, which Cody's not winning because all plans seems to be full steam ahead for Roman, Rock, Hollywood, Los Angeles.
So this is the problem I have with merging.
California, sorry.
This is the problem I have with merging the titles at WrestleMania. I got a half promo from Roman because I've got to wait all the way to Friday for him to finish it. It's the bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. I waited 3 hours from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. for this fool to give me half a promo to tell me to watch the rest of it on Friday. Fuck him. Fuck the tribal chief.
Fuck you, tribal chief. Fuck you. You turned on him quick. Man, he burned his bloodline shirts and everything. Fuck you, Roman.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that on the mid-card mess? So the guy that some idiot had decided to some idiot decided to burn his Cody shirt, and someone else decided to burn his Cody card. I've never taken wrestling that serious that I have to do that.
I don't even think the person that did it that serious. The last person to really burn a jersey and have it serious was LeBron James' first time he left Cleveland. That was the real jersey burning. That was real emotion. I think that current wrestling fan is just still watching Cody, still watching WWE. I don't understand what the beef is anyway. Cody's your favorite wrestler. Yes, he left AEW. He's a traitor. Who cares?
While we're on the subject of the tribal chief, I think it's rightful time that we acknowledge the tribal beef and wish him a very happy birthday. And everyone in the chat, I think, as he's not here, I think what you need to do is spam the email inbox, thesharptubes@gmail.com, and wish Eric a very happy birthday. Do it now. We'll wait. Let's just sit in silence for 5 minutes.
Eric birthday. Silence. No. Happy birthday, Eric. I'm sure he's out sleeping or eating, dancing, running a treadmill.
He don't eat anymore. This guy is in the best shape of his life at the moment.
It's disgusting. We're in Vegas and I'm looking at him going, fuck this man. I'm so fat and stupid. Look at him all slim and trim, looking like Black Grayson Waller in his t-shirt. Walking through the halls like this.
What, swimming?
No, I'm
swimming through halls.
I was doing the dribbling. Out there, just living his life. I bet you he can swim now. That's the kind of shape he's in. Fuck him. Happy birthday.
It's interesting that you decide to call me out for turning on the tribal chief so quickly. Yeah, you turn on Eric just due to his weight loss.
Yeah. Me and Eric relationship is like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at this point. I'm gonna turn on you, you're gonna turn on me. Bailey and Sasha all over again. It's gonna happen. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. It's just gonna happen wherever we go.
Okay, so let's get back on track. So what did you take? What was your take on this tribal chief promo?
Again, I have already settled that SmackDown is the A show. If anything's gonna happen, SmackDown is where things are gonna happen. Raw after Mania is probably dead, as dead as that crowd, who's probably exhausted anyway. All the fucking wrestling, 3 hours of Raw, 3 hours of NXT, 9 hours of WrestleMania, another 9 hours of WrestleMania, a Hall of Fame, SmackDown, all that. I think everybody was just like, fuck it, we're folding it in tonight. The jank is on. That's what I felt like it was. And we don't know the status of Roman's shoulder. We don't know if that was a legit injury or not.
It looked like bad. It looked bad.
So we don't know what the original plan was for tonight. Maybe it was scrapped. Again, that's the same thing with another segment I want to talk about with Bianca. Her eye was really fucked up, so we don't know what the plan was with that. Maybe she couldn't do anything. But like you said, they really I feel like this Raw, they folded in for the most part.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't enjoy this at all. Moving back to the beginning where it's Naomi, Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I mean, this was dry. Like
it was botchy. They were sloppy. They were all over the place. There was one moment where they just were hanging outside the ring for a bit. Maybe they thought it was going to commercial break, but it didn't go. And Naomi was just looking at Sasha, and they were just like, "Oh, get back in the ring." And it was weird. So it was a very sloppy match. The only thing to come from it is that Rhea Ripley walks away from Liv Morgan when I thought she should have killed her. She should have killed Liv Morgan.
I thought it was going to be over then. I thought I was about to write, Liv has been making bad life choices. Not Liv. Rhea's been making bad life choices recently. She needs to drop Liv Morgan and start going on her own.
Yeah, and then you can tell Rhea's frustrated now that Cody's the American Nightmare. She can no longer be the Nightmare, so she probably lost that. They should have went for a Liv Morgan hug, turns to abdominal stretch, slam her onto the mat. She walks out with Priest and Edge. End the story.
Abdominal stretch.
Whatever her riptide. It's an abdominal stretch move. Pump handle
slam. Stretch. No one has won a match with an abdominal stretch in years.
I'm sure it has. That would be my finisher. It's the damn abdominal stretch.
He's out of it for an hour.
The person can't get out of it or get to the ropes, and I think the refs should just break it up.
Yeah, so that match happened, and then Kevin Owens cuts his promo. Kevin Owens cuts his promo, and then he is interrupted by Ezekiel.
No. Hold on. The most interesting thing about Kevin Owens' promo is him and Rhea Ripley had a quick stare down, and I was like, I want that match.
No, because I still haven't had the stare down of the century, which wasn't answered. Was at that time Alexa Bliss stared out at Roman Reigns, and I was like, I want this now. I want this now.
She was building her way up through the WrestleMania video. So Kevin Owens,
let's be real. Kevin Owens versus Rhea Ripley was an amazing match.
Who go over? Who you got going over?
I want Rhea to go over, but you know these two will bump like crazy because Rhea bumps like mad anyway. Yeah. Rhea don't protect her sides.
I can see him doing the pop-up powerbomb to her on the hardest part of the ring. It's just amazing match.
Her doing that pin to him.
What the hell? You don't pin me like that. I pin me like that. I pin you like
that. Yeah, so he cut his match up against Steve and then blamed his back injury.
Yes.
And then out comes Ezekiel.
Random.
We both thought it was Ezekiel Jackson. It wasn't.
It wasn't. I was really disappointed. I was like, oh shit.
Where they dig up Big Zeke from?
And why? Why? Why now, Zeke? Why now?
And then Kevin keeps calling him Elias.
Yeah, Elias. No, I'm Elias's younger brother, Ezekiel. Okay, here we are. What are your thoughts on this, Manny? Elias / Ezekiel. This storyline, this outfit he's in, and everything.
First of all, Marcus, I will never walk with this man ever again. Ain't no walking with Ezekiel. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And then for some reason, the joke I made of this man is not a wrestler. This man sells meth. One of the most liked things I've ever done on the mid-card list.
Well, he does. He did. It was weird. Also, I like to shout out to him for living the gimmick. And then Elias is still missing. He has taken over Elias's Twitter account in honor of his name.
No, but what's more interesting is what was it? Someone said in the mid-card mess, he just looks like LA Knight with longer hair.
He does. I was trying to pinpoint who does he remind me of, and it's 100% right. It is LA Knight with more hair, without the receding hairline, and probably like 10 years younger.
Yeah, 100%. It was weird.
The one thing about Ezekiel, he has a great physique, as Elias already had, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to take him serious. Is he supposed to be a serious character or not? Is it going to go back and forth when they're chanting Elias? Because they were doing the Walk With Elias song in the background. But that's where we're at.
That crowd was whack. And I don't use that term. I don't say that word nicely. I haven't used that word in years either. But that crowd was whack.
It was a crowd that seemed exhausted, and they had the lamest chants, I think. Like, I feel like there were multiple cities that had better chants that were cooler and stuff. Like when they were chanting at Edge and Priest and all that, it was just like, ugh. I think it was a dead crowd. They were done. They were whack. They were wiggity whack, Manny, just to make you sound cooler than me. Wiggity.
And then what's it? KO said he's got 10 seconds to get out of his ring. And then Kevin just ended up walking out the ring.
That time for this bullshit.
And then The Miz just killed Dominic in like 30 seconds before Dominic was murdered by Veer, who finally came.
All right, so this is my disappointing moment of the night. I wanted this advertised. I wanted it to be a big deal. I wanted a celebration of some kind. I wanted them to tease Veer's coming throughout the night. And then he would have showed up, and then he would have got that big pop, and he killed somebody after. But he just kind of walked out there, did his thing, and left. Did a half abdominal, camel clutch, and then he left. And I was like, why did that happen? Had a good clothesline.
Yeah. But look at this. That is an actual tweet by Fightful Wrestling.
Dominic forces him to submit, unloads on Rey Mysterio on the 4-4 for WWE Raw. That sounds graphic.
It's so unnecessary.
What are we gonna do with Veer though? The Lion himself. What's is it big things or is he gonna feud with the Mysterios?
I think he's probably going to feud with Mysterios.
It seemed like he just entered a tag team where he just broke up from his tag team in this year to be Veer by himself.
Yeah, I think this is what's going to happen. He's gonna end up feuding with the Mysterios, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't see him long for WWE either.
Who you have longer, Ezekiel or Veer? Who gets the top brand?
I think Ezekiel's gone. I don't think there's a real plan with him.
Maybe he just comes out and say, "Hey, I'm Ezekiel. I'm my younger brother." I don't know. Reports said they want him to be a babyface. I was like, "How you gonna be a babyface when you're lying to me already?" That's you, Elias. That's you.
And then we get the Bianca Belair promo, where she showed her fucked up eye.
Crowd.
That was as a result of Becky directly kicking in her face coming off the top rope.
Yeah. Damn it, Becky. Stop coming off the top rope. But good promo. Crowd 50-50 on Bianca in this Dallas. They were really, I think they were a pro Becky crowd who didn't appear on the show.
Well, I just think there was something missing. Like, much like Roman when he came out, there's no definite who's coming after them at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, this would have been the time, this would have been the place to be like, let's start moving direction and see where we're going. But Bianca just said, I'm ready for anyone, which you would have thought cue Asuka or cue Bailey or cue anyone.
That's a trigger. Yeah. I'm ready for anyone in the back right now who wants a piece of me. Because I'm blah, 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 I'm strongest, fastest, blah, 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 and all that stuff. Pyro hits. Nothing happens. I was expecting to hear da, 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 or ding dong or whatever the hell Bailey's music is these days. Or debuting someone from NXT. I don't care. The return of Lacey Evans or some shit.
Yeah, what? So many women to due to come back and then they haven't come back.
Yeah. Hell, even the racist Sonya Deville back there. Anybody could have came out there and they chose not to do anything. And I was really upset about this.
And then we get an impromptu Dolph Ziggler versus Bron Breakker match for the NXT title, where I don't think there's going to be much interest in it today. I reckon if they did it, I was questioning why not leave this for tomorrow. But I think there was more people watching that episode of Raw in the arena than there will be in NXT viewers.
Again, NXT viewership has been growing on a weekly basis in increments of thousands. Instead of 620,000, then we're going to have 621 this week, Betty. 621. These are not accurate numbers, by the way, people. I still question this decision. I just think that they watched the match and Stand and Deliver and was like, nah, he's not the guy. Not yet. We're going to keep him down at NXT. Ziggler, you're going to come back to the main roster. Although I feel like Ziggler was doing his best work as champion.
I think they should have kept the belt on Ziggler and just had Thing chase it for a bit longer.
Yeah. Or maybe Ziggler goes after, Carmelo Trick or whatever, or the many other wrestlers they have now.
I don't think Bron Breakker can carry a feud with Carmelo.
No, I don't think he's ready. We'll see. We'll find out tonight on NXT 2.0. It hits like that, or whatever the hell that catchphrase is. It's like that.
The match itself was good, but it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as a Stand and Deliver match.
I wasn't expecting to be honest, though. I wasn't expecting it to be anything close to that. But like it was 10 minutes and it just kind of just was there and then it was gone.
Yeah.
So like they moved on to it very quickly and it was like this should have got maybe about 15, 20 minutes, not just 10.
Yeah, but then again, NXT gets no traction.
So,
do you think this is going to increase NXT's views this week? Because it is coming off WrestleMania. They did just have this title match, a new champion. And they're going into NXT. Do you think they're going to increase their views? You said no already. So it's like,
no, because NXT remains consistent. NXT just remains consistent. It gets its 600 and that's it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? It was something else about it.
Do you think it'll grow?
I think they get 7. I think they get 7 this week. Just because. And then go back to their 500 the week after.
He said greetings and sanitation. Happy birthday, Eric. Everyone go wish Eric a happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Eric. Happy name day.
So MVP turns on Bobby Lashley.
You don't even build yourself into it. He just does it.
He did it. I just you didn't wait weeks for this to happen. It just happened. You don't need me. Then we'll side with this giant who can't talk for shit.
Man, I feel like there was a story that we skipped a chapter in the back where Bobby Lashley goes, I don't need you out here for this P. I got this by myself. I feel like we missed that episode other than MVP remembered it. It was like, this wasn't even on TV. You turned on me when I wasn't even on TV and said you didn't need me. I've been praising your name for like 2 years straight. Fuck you, Bobby. Fuck you. I went, oh,
and then MVP did something that I didn't think he could do anymore. He did the haluva kick. I didn't think MVP could actually raise his leg that high anymore, given that his knees are in the state that they are.
Yeah, well, they are healing up. I forgot what he injured. He tore his ACL, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And so I believe it's been about close to a year, so he's healing up. I think this is the best decision for Omos if you want to keep him around and be the Colossus Omos. MVP can talk for him because that's what he needs. I think this is almost a death knell to Bobby, though, because Bobby, after cutting his promo, I was like, he really needs P to keep talking for him.
Where do you go from here now? Do you have Bobby align himself back with the Hurt Business, or do you have the Hurt Business align themselves with MVP and Omos?
1,000% Hurt Business align themselves with MVP and Omos, and they say Bobby turned on them. It wasn't me. It was all Bobby's decision. I think this is the best case scenario. I think at the end of the day, they're all going to team together again.
And then straight after this, we get Carmella and Zelina, where Zelina decided to talk her shit.
Yeah. You're shit, you're bullshit, and you're distracted, and you're a piece of shit, and we're going to fight. And
this led to the announcement that Jerry the King Lawler is coming back to Raw because what's his face is going to get married.
Manny, I know. I understand the decision. They could have went a different route. You could have sampled with somebody else. Maybe use let's say we use Hall of Famers each week. Maybe we use Alita or something like that, or whoever's out there. I don't know. Alita's just first one popped in my name for whatever reason. But whoever's out there that's free, you could have used anybody for the weeks to come. Booker T could come back.
You could have just got Bad News Barrett to work 2 days of the week while he was gone.
Oh no, that's too much. Yeah, anything. Call up Nigel. Nigel ain't doing shit. But we're going to have to go with Jerry the King Lawler, and we're just waiting for the moment where he makes you go, well, that was racist. Oh, that was sexist. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, what is this? No.
And then in a backstage segment, Ripley revealed to Liv Morgan that they're okay. And they're going to get a title shot despite losing their contenders match. How does that even make sense?
Yeah. If you lose your contenders match, she had to suck some dick, man. That's the only way that makes sense. Fish, man, give me that title shot. Nah, you lost your contenders match. I suck your dick. What? I suck your dick. Oh, okay. That's the only way that makes sense. Because unless she said, if I don't win, I retire, there's the only reason they can get this match. It's stupid. It's stupid.
And then we got the unlikely pairing of the Usos and Austin Theory, who they clowned him in the back. That was so funny.
They motivated him, man. It was motivating. I was inspired. Theory looked inspired.
Is that tough tribal chief love?
Yeah. Jimmy and Jay learned from the best. They ended up winning the match.
Yeah.
Would you put Theory with that crew?
No.
As a permanent thing?
No,
because I think the best story with Theory is over.
because Roman will destroy that young man.
Yeah, you gotta break him down to build him up. I think if you did, it would give Theory a serious level. It would be another singles wrestler instead of using the Usos as people that he have to beat for Roman.
And so that led into a match with them and RK Bro and Finn Balor. I would say this is probably the only good match, I would say, of the night.
Yeah. I was trying to think. The Alpha Academy tornado match just kind of happened. Stuff happened in the match. It wasn't really coherent. It was just kind of, oh, Taz jumps over this. Taz does the sprawl smash. But Taz did do the one thing that I needed him to do. Turn on Dawkins. Dawkins.
No, he didn't turn on Charles Barkley.
Yeah. Get him with the chair. Get this mustache.
But why they got to keep doing Finn like this? Why Finn got to keep taking pins for Theory?
I don't know where they have nothing to do with Finn. It's time to just cut Finn. All right, you're not doing anything with him. We have no plan to do him. His shoulders are on the mat every week. Him and Shayna Baszler take more pins than anybody in wrestling. Cut him.
Yeah. What else happened? Edge and Damian Priest promo.
Yep.
Priest
pulled off his black suit look good.
Where they essentially AJ Styles comes out and gets his ass whooped.
He just walked right into it.
He was doing well until the numbers game eventually caught up with him.
Yeah, but let's go on to the real story. Brody King, who most people will go who when you hear that.
Exactly.
One of the founding members of the House of Black with Aleister Black and Buddy Matthews, as he's like to be known these days, went on Twitter and said, "Oh, well, this is the group where you get the House of Black off Wish." When I just want to tell Brody King, with all due respect, sir, shut up. You can't do that when the dark character gimmick has been going on for years. Edge is a member of the Brood and the Ministry of Darkness, also before the House of Black. And it's just him. Just because you wear black, don't mean you're the House of Black. The only thing different about the House of Black, you guys have mystical powers and weird masks, and you spit in people's faces, and you have a bunch of tattoos. This group, they're in suits, and they're just saying they hate people. That's all they're doing. Other than
in
that,
2022,
they're different. They really are different.
In 2022, is anything really original in wrestling at all anymore?
Yeah,
there's nothing original anymore.
Kevin Sullivan of the Dungeon of Doom in WCW saying he want his gimmick back. That's like him jumping on Twitter. Or Father James Mitchell, Abyss, and Rhino or something. Talking about, oh, we want our gimmick back.
Nah, this is Paul Bearer and The Undertaker, the House of Black.
Get out of here. Stop talking about gimmick infringements. If they came up there and they were disappearing and doing magic, then I would say, oh man, or they spit in Julia Hart's eye for no reason.
Yeah, now she's lost. Now she's lost. And then that's essentially the end of Raw, because we've already covered the Roman Reigns promo.
Yeah. I do like Edge's gimmick, though. I don't know. I like that he's a judge. They're just judging people. They're the judgment. Final judgment.
I don't know what to think of it yet, because it's clearly not in its kind of final form yet. But I think they need to add another member. I thought Rhea was going to turn on Liv and then join them.
Imagine her in that black suit. She'd be fire. It'd be fire.
The other person that looks fire in a black suit is Sonya Deville.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Shit. There's so many other people. Who's your third man? Who's your or third person? What did you add to the group? Is it Rhea or is it somebody else?
If it ain't Rhea, he's gonna somehow weasel Beth into this.
No. For the love of God, no. I don't want Beth in this group. Or Ruby and Lyric, or whatever the hell their kids' names are. No. You go after the younger talent, the young people.
But I would love this to turn into like a new Ministry of Darkness. I think that's what's been missing. Like done correctly, because it could have been the Wyatt. It could have been the Wyatts, but they didn't do that properly. Anytime they did it, they didn't do it properly.
They decided to just have them lose.
Yeah.
And I blame the Janetti in the group, Eric Redbeard, for doing that. Eric Rowan cost them for further potential. And Braun Strowman, who couldn't control his narrative.
So that was essentially Raw. There was nothing else. There's nothing else. Eric said it has to be Finn to save him and give him purpose. Finn is a leader. He ain't a follower.
Well, he's a jobber right now, man. Maybe he needs to follow somebody.
You know what? He's lucky.
But I'm losing every match. No,
Finn is lucky. Finn is lucky he ain't been thrown into that Sheamus posse.
But I think Sheamus. This is my friend. There's me, Sheamus, Ridge, Sheamus, Butch, and our buddy, Buddy Balor. Give him a shitty name. Ruckus. Give him Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Oh. I think that this Edge faction could end up feuding with the Bloodline because I think that could be a good program because they're gonna have to kill time for this Roman Rock thing if it's even happening.
Edge is gonna just get smashed again.
No, but this time, you can just make it tag team feuds. Maybe we get War Games on the main roster.
No, because you know what we're gonna get. We're gonna get Mysterio versus Edge. Run it back one more time.
Or RK Bro versus Edge. Run it back again.
It's just always gonna happen. So that was the end of Raw. It was very lackluster.
Yeah. I can see where they did reset certain things, like they're trying to establish an Edge group. Rhea's turning heel. Ezekiel is now Elias is now Ezekiel. Veer has arrived. Omos and MVP formed. Stuff happened, but it was nothing that was actually like, oh man, this is Raw Mania. And Cody's mission statement. After Cody said what he said, Raw ended.
So I did ask the chat at the beginning of the show, did you enjoy Raw after WrestleMania? 60% of those said it was just there. 10% said no. 10% said yes. 20% said no, but in capital letters.
That was an option? No! No! I wouldn't go to that extreme. I would never go to that extreme. I'm going to say Raw was just there.
It wasn't a good show. Like, I could have just went to bed and reset my sleep pattern. I should have, realistically.
This is a show you can look at your phone and be like, well, that happened. And then be like, okay, on to SmackDown. Because SmackDown it's going to happen.
I mean, I watched the show, but I could have lied my way through this show if I didn't watch it and just have read someone else's notes.
Yep.
Because I didn't take any for the show because I watched it live last night. And yeah, it wasn't entertaining at all.
I fell asleep watching it. The minute the Street Profits and Gable started, or between the Edge and all that, I just remember waking up at the Edge and I fell asleep somewhere in there, and I was like, I just go back and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't good at all. So that brings us to the end of the show.
Yeah, that's how bad this show was. Damn it, Raw. You had a chance to take the spotlight one time in the year where we go, that was a good Raw. After a pretty good WrestleMania weekend, I'm going to say thumbs up WrestleMania weekend, back to status quo with Raw this week. Just give me Lacey Evans, damn it, and it would have been a show. We would be like, oh, we had a return. And I feel like the title change of Bron Breakker and Dolph Ziggler only happened because they said we need a title change to Raw after Mania. You have something happen.
I mean, they could have just made Finn defend his title and lose it for all we needed.
No, he's the Irish version of Shinsuke Nakamura's Intercontinental run.
Where it just happens and no one misses.
Yeah. I'm taking the job. Who's the Intercontinental champion again? Oh yeah. It's Finn Balor. Or United States champion, Finn Balor.
Seeing as Boogs could be out for an entire year after his knee injury, this could be the time Nakamura becomes serious again, or he decides to go back to home.
I tell you what, I know this may seem out of left field, and he's on a completely different show. Free up Nakamura, put him with Edge, and he doesn't have to do much work. He just has to be an evil version of Nakamura and just sit there and reclaim his narrative or whatever the hell these guys are trying to do. I'll be for it.
Yeah.
A darker version of Nakamura would work.
Yeah, I can see that.
He doesn't have to talk. He'll wrestle here and there. He probably end up in a bunch of tag matches, which he apparently enjoys now.
No, because you can't do that. Do you know why? Because Nakamura's sold out at WrestleMania. He's got a sponsor. He's got sponsors to look after.
I think once Boogs went down, they were like, we're taking this match. They said, what? No, come on.
Come on! No, he could do it by himself. I'm happy they kept the entrance. What are they called? The LED boards on the sides of the ring.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
But
I
need to see more of Nakamura selling out. I wanted to start wearing the logos on his tights. I want to see him wear a Toyota logo.
I need him to be like the boxers in the night at Golden's Palace Casino. It's shit just completely selling out. Nakamura shit sold out Nakamura. Like he even sold out. He even changed his name. Sold out Nakamura. Could not look like a NASCAR boxcar racer. Like what the fuck? Chico's bell box.
It'd be funny though if those sponsors came with incentives.
Just gave Nakamura, said El Luchador. All right, let's go to the chat. I believe there was some stuff in there, and then we're in the show with that.
So from the opening of the show, Montez was very unhappy with Levi. Levi has since apologized.
And say he hates to do that. And
Levi said, "I'll actually defend Raw this year. WWE was facing the NCAA title game. That's why Roman's promo will be moved to Friday."
Possibility,
It's a possibility, but I think it was just there because they want you also to tune in on Friday.
They care more about SmackDown. This is what happens when you're the B show. SmackDown.
Levi says, "I actually think Cody has done a great job in WWE. He hasn't done much so far. It's too early to tell.
His weekend,
he's made an impact though. He's made an impact.
In his weekend and from whatever he did at WrestleMania, from the interviews to Monday with his promo, I thought he's done all good work. I will commend Cody on that. Cody, as I always said, delivers an excellent promo. In the ring, he normally falls short for me, but his promo was amazing. I thought it was really good. It was a good mission statement of what he was planning to do here and why he came back. He wanted to get the title his father has never had. And I thought that was really good. He cracked his voice a little bit when he got emotional, talking about his kids and stuff. I thought he delivered on all fronts so far.
Ezekiel didn't look as bad as I've seen on Twitter. He needs to trim his hair a little.
Did he become Alex Riley?
He looks like a shaved Lammy, which makes sense due to looking like Macho Man when his hair was grown out.
True.
He says, Levi says, "I'd watch Owens and Rhea." I think everyone would watch Owens and Rhea.
Book it.
I want to see who would set up the chairs first and fall through them.
They both go together. Do a Spanish fly through a set of tables in the corner of the ring.
I'm telling you, that'd be a hell of a match, though. Like, we don't get men versus women wrestling in WWE, but that'd be a hell of a match.
Where else are we at? That's it. I think we're done, huh?
I think that's about
I don't know if there's anything else in there.
Yeah, that's about it.
El Luchador was talking about Nakamura. I don't think he has to change his name to that. He's just sold out.
So that was pretty much it. Like the video, subscribe. We'll be back on Thursday. It's a very short show today. Like, might as well save some time today. You've got. I don't know how many. What we're giving you half an hour back of your time because the show normally runs to about another half an hour.
But stay tuned to Thursday when we talk about AEW, Dynamite, and NXT 2.0. And let's see what happens.
It's an ETE tomorrow. You're not plugging your show this time tomorrow.
ETE. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so used to just saying Dynamite. I didn't even know what it's on Dynamite was. Everything else where we covered Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. The explosive other show that happened over the weekend that wasn't WrestleMania, didn't have Logan Paul and featured everybody. A show about wrestling where you got FTR versus the Briscoes. You get me and Jamal's thoughts on that show in its entirety.
I'm producing the first one, and then I'm leaving it all to Marcus after that.
Manny, have you got any graphics or anything for the show?
No, because it's your show.
I know. I haven't sent it to you.
One, it's your show.
I'll send it off tonight.
All the promotion is done by you because it's your show.
Fine, then, Manny. Fine. That's how I'm show. All right. We'll see you guys. So
Eric just called you a mediocre host. Do you know what? I watched the preview show and I watched you try and fight for control of being the host.
I'm trying to control my narrative. I didn't want to be the host of the preview show.
He said you're going to pull Eric numbers. Oh, that's low.
That's low. That's low. No one does Saturday numbers.
You do Saturday numbers during the week. That's bad, Marcus. You're letting the side down. You're letting the side down if you get low numbers during the week.
Damn it! Just blow it up in the show. Now I'm nervous.
So we'll be back. Marcus will be back tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday. And then we'll be back for the rest of the week with all the other content. Peace!